I love math, the way the path goes on the graph, how it functions. Cause great discussion in the math class.
Hey stats students, the struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. Don't give up, says this guy. And it's time for our world famous... That's right, mister. It's time for game plans. Week number, for August 30th to September 3rd. We'll be focusing on analyzing one variable stats. That's like the 1.3. The 3 is we're talking about dot plots. Students will be able to understand the measures of center on notes and homework. I got a week at a glance for you guys. We're going to, in class, we'll do a quick check for your understanding for your week at a glance. And we might watch a video in class as well. All right, school news, dual enrollment textbooks. You guys saw that thing. The CVA makeup pictures is on September 13th. I might need to drop by to get my photo in there. Senior portraits, get that done also on the same time. Back to school night, September 22nd, 5:30 to 7:30. And college career fair is going virtual this year, so check that out. Okay, we got a new class time is now on every Thursdays from 10 to 10:45 via Zoom. Remember, for your grades, e-cadence will be for your place to turn in your work, which I will tell you about your turning in your other first assignments. And it's your unofficial grade. Your official grade is through Aries, so always look at Aries. I need to start signing you guys some Khan Academy videos, and I'm gonna postpone this one, so let's just double check this all together at the same time. I'm probably just gonna tell you guys to do 2 hours for the second check. Let's see. So I usually do it at the end of the month. Can you guys see that? So 9:30 Thursday, 9:30 Thursday. So we were supposed to have a check by the end of August, but you guys just started school, and so I'm gonna push that back. So you're gonna need a total of 120 minutes. And these are things that I assign to you in Khan Academy. So it doesn't matter like what percentage you get on, it's all about time and your effort. Let's talk about attendance. All right, so the CVA absent assignment, a couple of us CVA teachers are doing something very similar. Shout out to Mrs. Spencer. So you just click on this, and I'm not gonna go through it step by step. You can just read that. But basically, if you're ever absent from class, you'll have to do 2 things. Watch the week at a glance video, which I'm recording, and the class recording, which I'll put after the class has concluded. And then you have to write this 1-page response. And you can just use this template I have on the second page and then send it back through email. You know, the number one way of success in any class, whether it's virtual or in person, is actually attendance. You just want to be in class. Now, although my official office hours are from Thursdays 1:30 to 2:30, and it's by appointment, and there's a video how to do that. You can literally send me an email and say, hey, Mr. Ng, are you free? You know, and I'll try to schedule it as soon as possible. My goal is to help you. And so probably later next week, I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna require for you to at least attend 1 office hour, and also do a one-on-one as well. This week number 4, essential question is, what are the measures of center? So we need to figure out what those are and how that's important in statistics. And here is, again, a suggested pacing for you for the week. The great thing about CVA and online learning is you have some flexibility. Well, remember, now that your class is on Thursday, 10 to 10:45, I'm assuming you don't have other classes during this time. You might, but it might be just good, just like if you're in reals, in physical school, is every day from 10 to 10:45, just focus on stats. Every day. Do that the same. It might help you put in some regularity and schedule. So every Monday, again, watch the week at a glance video because it's going to tell you what to do for the week. You have lesson 1.3. And a couple of notes, some students were saying that you cannot click on the video. So again, this line above the line is called the header. And in order to do that, you're going to have to press it from the Google slide. So it's best with a desktop, laptop, or a Chromebook. Double click up here and you can just, there's the YouTube video. That's the first way of getting the video lesson. The second one is just going into YouTube. And then in the search, just typing Mr. Mathing, stats, lesson, and then 1.3, and it should show up. And so this will match. This one to show you guys. Okay, this right here matches what you need to fill out. Does that make sense? So you can make a copy of this, download it as a PDF. Some of these you guys can actually just type, but eventually you're actually going to do a lot more math. Does that make sense? You're going to need to draw and do things like that. So I highly recommend maybe, again, you can print it or you can just write on a piece of paper. But it's going to save yourself a lot of time by just either typing it or PDF and then using the pen, digital pen. Okay, so that's lesson 1.3. As you saw, that is a 1 hour lesson. So I broke it up into 2 days, or you can just hammer out in 1 day. And then your homework, very similarly. It's going to ask you to do some things. And to watch or check your answer, you can click on the video solution by the publisher. And so I'm only giving you, 2 pages of homework or just a couple of problems to practice, okay? Okay, I'll see you guys on Thursday, and we might be able to do this together, quiz number 1 review. And the goal is, before you take your first quiz, which is coming up on Friday on Edulastic, is that you complete all of the work, which I'll show you guys on the next one, and you do this review. So let me show you the review. I'm going to give you a menu of choices or options. So here are your 3 options. You can take last year's quiz. So there is a PDF file. Okay, you take it to practice, like a worksheet. I don't know if that helps you. LYQ, last year's quiz. And then these are directions. So once you watch the directions, then you don't have to do it throughout the whole year. But if you ask someone, what's the best way you learn? You actually learn from your mistakes and correcting those mistakes. So you can watch the 6-minute video explaining how to do or how to complete quiz corrections. These are just the directions. We're going to use this activity learning strategy throughout the whole year. So just watch it once. And then the actual solutions for last year's quiz is over here on the video solution. Okay, so you're gonna have, that's option number 1, do all 3 of those things. Option number 2, the orange door, is you're gonna create a 4-question quiz. It has 3 multiple choice questions and 1 free response. So you have to make up the choices, and free response means they either write their answer out, show their work, and you're gonna do this on a Google Doc. I don't have a template, so I'm just erase that. You just create something. And you're gonna create video solutions and post that video on Google Drive or YouTube. For all the questions that you created, the 4 questions, and you're going to include that in your packet. So you might want to just put this, let me write that on there. You might just want to put this, your finished product there is kind of like a Google document. And it'll have 3 questions, the free response, and then actually a video solution, like a link to it on your Google document, okay? By creating this, you are actually reviewing for the quiz. So look back at your lessons and your homeworks. And then option number 3 is find 10 vocab words from the lesson 1.1 to 1.2, 1.3. And you're going to create 3 of these activities below. You can do a crossword, word search, fill in the blank, a match, or you can create a Kahoot. Put the 3 activity links on a Google Doc and you will turn that in. Okay, so there's 3 options for you to review. Neat thing about option number 1 is, this is actually the quiz I gave out last year, literally to the students. Option 2 is just kind of like a fun way of, I can use this in the future as well to help review. And same thing with option number 3. So just a different way of reviewing. Okay, on Friday, you'll take quiz number 1, which will be in eCadence, it would be called 4.5. 4.5. Whoops. Because it's under week number 4, and the 0.5 just represents assessments, quizzes, test, something summative. And normally for quizzes, I give you a whole week to take it. So now you don't want to fall behind because the following week, you're going to have more work. But the goal is if you kind of didn't complete it, then you kind of have some time to do that. That's the flexibility. So again, finishing 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and the quiz 1 review before you take the quiz. Let's take a look at your assignments, your online assignments here. The first assignment, 1.4, is due September 10th. This will be next, let me think about that, 8, 9, next Friday. And that's the signing up for Khan Academy, Edulastic, and Thrively. You've completed your student survey, Google slide, your motivational quote, a digital picture, and e-sign syllabus. That'll be the first thing I'm going to put in the gradebook. The second one, which I haven't checked yet, and that's why it's yellow, it's past the due date, but I already checked, turn it in if you haven't or haven't finished it. These are the Beehive assignments. That's what you kind of did for all your other classes. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Edulastic and Thrively and just see what you did. And I want to give you credit for that. Okay, what you're turning in is a kind of math packet. And it's for weeks 3 to 4, a little bit confusing, but I'm going to be putting it into the week 5 folder. Because I'm allowing you to turn it in during week number 5, if that makes sense. And it's going to be called 5.4, so it's not created yet. I'll probably be creating it over Labor Day weekend. And it's going to include all these things: lesson 1.1, homework 1.1, lesson 1.2, homework 1.2, lesson 1.3, homework 1.3, and the quiz number 1 review. And remember, I have all the links here for you. And that'll be Tuesday, September 7th, 2021, 9 a.m. on eCadence. Okay, how do you turn in your assignments? Well, you're going to make one PDF file. And the best way I can describe to get one PDF file is just showing you what students had turned in previously. Excellent student examples. All right, so I did a couple of things. When you have all your files uploaded to Kami, you can actually kind of staple them together or merge it into one. I'm highlighting this student's work because they changed their answers to a different color, which is a good thing, super helpful. Let's take a look at another one. I liked how the student was labeling their papers. They wrote lesson 2.7, even though I have it on there, and you can notice that they're using a digital pen. I'll show you guys one more. Okay, so a student didn't know how to merge them, so Chris decided to kind of take screenshots and include them here. he made a presentation. And basically he would just keep changing this, which is totally fine as well. I like the labeling. Okay, here's one more. Let's just randomly click on this one. It's a PDF file. PDF files work the best. Here's Courtney. She wanted to color code them for me. She tells me a table of contents. Kind of nice. You can see she was using her digital pen. So on my end, I don't exactly kind of see what you guys do as students. But when you include it into the 5.4 folder, you could include multiple links of PDF files. And then when I look at it, it just kind of has them all there on my side. And just email me if you want verification. Like, hey, Mr. Ng, what does it look like on your side? I would love to kind of either take screenshots or shoot a quick video and show you what you've turned in. And I think that's it. If you guys want to see further on this Google Slides, I made a video called creating a PDF file from your math work, your pictures. And it was to Schoology, but it's the same principle, like, you know, dragging pictures into, especially if you're doing handwritten work, into a Google Doc and to make a PDF, so you can watch that video as well. I don't know what your struggle is, but struggle you're in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. So don't give up. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
I love math, the way the path goes on the graph, power functions. Cause great discussion in the math class. Shall put no textbook before the math class. Functions real radical and very graphical. That's the way it goes in the math class. Some of the real bros.